Good afternoon. Welcome to Sales Chatter, the logistics podcast where we aim to help 10,000 reps hit a million GP. And we're back at it in the afternoon. You guys like us so much that we did the morning and we did the afternoon. And I can tell you guys that you guys are going to have a lot of fun because we can stop cracking up in the backstage with Maria. So I want to introduce you to my good friend, President and CEO of RGTX Logistics Solutions, the bodacious cowboy, Jeff Dickinson. Talk to me, my man.
Hey, my man. It seems like, a couple minutes just went by, and here we are in part two of Sales Chatter Live today on Thursday, the 16th. We've been back to back since yesterday and today, doing two shows a day. Unbelievable. We have a great guest, Maria Borrell. So, with that said, let's get into it to part two, Sales Chatter Live.
To the HPLS podcast. Live, relevant, and high performance information, conversations, and education weekly.
Yeah, these two podcasts a day, Jeff, I can get used to that. I know you can too. So we've been having a lot of fun, and today is no exception to that. Like I said, we love to bring on people from different backgrounds, let them hear about their history, let them find out about what they did in logistics and what they did prior. We want to get to know them as people before they actually got into logistics, right, Jeff? So
Absolutely.
today,
Let's get into this.
yeah, let's get into this. And we got some comments. Shout out to Brittany catching us live. If it's your first time, thanks for coming on. So amazing guest today. She is a senior account manager at SSP Transportation Group. I know them personally because they're an amazing open deck carrier based in Canada. And, just having Maria is just a great asset to the team. So without further ado, let's bring on Maria Borrell. Welcome to Sales Chatter.
Thank you, guys. Jeff, Ryan, much appreciated. I was looking forward to this show, bring it on. Let's try to do some fun here today.
This is awesome. So we'll start off with the easy one for you, Maria. Tell us about your background. How did the logistics find you? And what do you exactly do right now? And just give the audience basically an introduction of who Maria is.
Well, I'm originally from Cuba. I grew up in Canada. I came here when I was 20 years old, and hello, Brittany. So I've been in the industry for 22 years. I started with a company that we used to move containers, Seabridge, which is already long gone. And then from Seabridge, I moved to CMA CGM. That was just container-based and so on. And then from one thing to another one, I turned to the trucking industry, just trucks, which is what I love the most. So to put this story short, not to have such a long story, I love my logistics moments. The trucking industry is one of the passions I really like, and every day I wake up, it's just like, let's see what the next story would be today, right? I'm sure you guys are related to that because you are also in that. Right now, I've been in CMA CGM. I was their inside sales there, and I work also Manitulan. I work different areas on trucking. Once in a while I do my own thing. I done it all. So I know everything from air freight to ocean freight to trucking to whatever the case is these days. So look me up and check me up and talk to me. And the latest, I joined SSP in 2021. Amazing people. The owners, Sam and Suk, give me the opportunities, and we are a strictly flatbed. We grow into dry vans, LTL, all kind of stuff. And honestly, we were honored to be one of the best carriers that is handling this kind of business these days. So what else can I say? Talk to me.
That is, see that this energy. I love this energy. Like I was gonna go grab a coffee, Jeff. Like I was literally gonna go to Starbucks before we came on here today, and I was like, you know what? Thank God I didn't go to Starbucks because we got a dose of Maria.
I know. You know what, guys? I don't have no let's say shame on say I'm going to be 50 years old this year in June, but I feel like a 20. Age is, it's a number, right? So I'm still, a lot of Maria is going to be in town.
There we go. That's amazing, for you to turn 50 this year. That is a testament to who you are. And if you don't follow Maria, definitely follow her, because what I like is that she's always positive. You always see like these really nice posts. Like I'll be like open up my phone on like Sunday morning and like going through like my social feeds, and then I'll go to LinkedIn, and then Maria posts like an amazing quote. So we're just so appreciative to have you on here.
Thank you.
Can you talk a little bit about your logistics on his side? Like, what has logistics done for you? Did you do logistics when you were in Cuba, or just strictly when you came to Canada?
No, that was strictly when I came to Canada. Because actually I study here in Ryerson. I have a social worker degree. I thought of helping people was my thing, right? I work with the United Way, with the City of Toronto, like
Nice.
for years, and then I decided that was not what I wanted to do. So I had the opportunity to join at that point Seabridge, because they needed somebody that speaks Spanish, because we were dealing strictly with the Caribbean account. So that was something that it was handy for me. I learned a lot from them. And logistic for women's, is the best. It is one of the things that characterize us. And let's face it, I'm sorry guys, but we handle logistics a bit, with the good sense of, hey, we need to get this done now.
That's
So,
urgent.
logistics, I love it. I honestly speaking, what a nice assets to add to our organizations. Without our truckers, we're not gonna go anywhere. Our drivers, everything that is important, in these organizations. And let's face it, this is ongoing job. So why would not be in the place that you're gonna grow, that you always gonna be there, to help, everybody. And it's just an amazing experience. I'm telling you, Ryan, Jeff, I couldn't say that it's not.
Right. It wouldn't show it, it wouldn't show it at all. You
Yeah,
look amazing, and
sorry, my
just your
hands look
enthusiasm.
like all over the place.
You're fun. You're fun. So from there, can you talk to us a little bit? Because like you said, you got your social degree at Ryerson. Jeff, by the way, this is one of the top universities in Toronto. So you got your social thing there, but then you went into logistics. How was like your first days or like your first months? Because like this is completely a brand new job. How was that experience for you?
It was kind of like, oh my God, I don't even know what I'm doing here. So I feel like, oh, somebody just, sorry. Coming in from the social work environment, I got a bit sensitive heart. So it was kind of like, I don't think that I would fit there, because I could have done so much more and I couldn't. But then logistics, once a friend approached that used to work for some brokerage site, and said, Maria, you know what? Give it a try, and you know what I mean. Like I apply, and then I was doing a sport documentation, all kind of stuff that I've never done in my life. But I kind of start looking at it and I say, hey, this is what I want to be, because basically everything that moved back home, right, in Cuba, like I remember back in the days, everything coming in shape and so on. And I say, hey, that's exactly what it has to be, because anything that moves, it has to be done, into different shipping lines, especially in the container side, right? But then everything that comes to America is truck-wise also. So I say, you know what? I need to be in both sides. And it's been 22 years and counting. I'm going to be there. You know what? They're going to say, Maria, please retire. So, it's an amazing experience. I couldn't say otherwise. It's awesome. I really love what I do. I'm looking forward to go to my job every single day to see what the challenges are. Talking to people, new, encountering and so on is something that I really like. Not everybody is fit for that, but whoever is fit for that, I encourage them to, do whatever they have to do to make them happy. And if the logistic is something that is good and is the 100% power on, go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I love your positivity and your energy level is so high. I'm like kind of the same type. It's awesome to see that. And one thing that you have an upper hand is that you're a bilingualist. You're able to speak Spanish as well as English, and I would assume that you probably get a lot of work that way as well. I hired a few women when I was on the operations side who were bilingual as well, and it really served the department as well. And it's the interaction of the women in the office, and I'm sure in your office as well. There's a lot of interactions and a lot of support. Are you seeing that kind of support in your office when you go to work with the women?
Yes, absolutely. We have an office in Monterrey, Mexico. So right now, our business is going inbound, outbound to Mexico, and we have tons of feedback from our Mexico. And sometimes my colleague, hey Maria, let me know what's going on with that and so on. And I'm more than glad. And absolutely, yes. Being bilingual is giving me open me many doors,
Sure.
and I'm glad that it is what it is, and I'm there. I know I have an accent, but sorry, I'm Cuban. So
And you're proud
I
of it.
understand that I might say some shitty shit, but sorry, my language, but you know what I mean?
You know what?
It's what it is. People, get to know, and you have to be honest. I'm
You are.
sorry. I might not know where you're getting there, but I'm here as you need me and so on. But I feel like as long as you are honest, that's what gets you the door. Otherwise, if you are not, it's not gonna work. So, and it's been for me for a while, and people who knows me knows who I am. I'm open, a lot of energy, yes, and I already have my third coffee of the day. So my
on my
boss
trip.
says I'm hyper, but hyper is what gets me into my situations. And as you can see, I'm always happy. I try to be as positive as possible, and I always try to get a problem into solutions as much as I could. Sometimes you can, but you have to give it a try, right? So
Sure. It's good to fail because you learn so much from failure. It helps you to get to that next level in whatever position that you're trying to go for. That's where the learning all comes in. Um, what was your barrier when you came into logistics? What kind of obstacles did Maria face when she came first into the industry?
Uh, well, when I started in logistics, for instance, in the container business, you need to do your export documentation documents and so on. I found this a challenge because we have so many clients, and I feel like if you don't send your document before it goes to the port that's supposed to go, it's a problem. So it was a lot of, input. I said, oh my God, I don't know if I should be in this position here. You know what I mean? I go long hours and I'm thinking, oh, I still have to do, but you know what? It's just the effort
Yes.
to do. And in my case, for salesperson, it's sometimes rejections, but I found a way to not to get anything personal.
Mhm.
There are good days and bad days, right?
Yes.
So this is just one day at a time. Not take nothing personally. Tomorrow is another day. Just go with it, and the next day, like you were successful, like, oh my God, I'm looking into this account, they don't look at me, I don't know, I sent so many emails, I could nobody answered. But at the end of the day, particularly in my position, I have success because it's more what you do, like, constantly, and you
Yep.
don't give up. You have to be positive. If you are not positive, then you might as well pack your bag and go. So I feel like it's been for me like that. It's and one day at a time. It's
Yes.
what I feel like I could give a recommendation to whoever is in these industries and so on. Don't get rejection. Always try your best, and it is what it is. It's a tough industry, but there is possibility for everyone.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? I have to give you, an applause because when you came into the international business, that is the hardest entry for anybody coming into logistics, just from the sheer documentation that you have to know and have that in place compared to your truckload and your LTL and your air freight. It's so complex. Talk about that type of business and the type of forms and all, because I mean you have to be highly organized in order to do that because of that paperwork coming in constantly at different times. It all doesn't come in at the same time. But
Yeah, sorry to cut you, but you have to change your client. Hey, we need to get into some on time. You know what I mean? Like, and yeah, the B13, send the documents, all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like a parking lot and so on. So it's good that for instance, you are experiencing both ways, right? I haven't done much international these days, like when I was Manidulan, but I'm trying to introduce this into SSP. I have done a couple of loads on that, and I'm being given the permission to explore the auction. So I'm trying because I love it. I love this kind of special equipment open top, kind of stuff like that that is successful and different kind of thing and challenge. So but yeah, documentation was something that was kind of tough, but you need to have a proper time and certain amount of time before the ship sails and kind of stuff like that, international, right? And the air freight, my goodness, how many tons you gonna send? Like air freight right now is insane, but I love the fact, like how this travel, this kit and so on, the cargo and so on, this is such a beautiful thing. I really, really, really love all of this.
Yeah, you're so passionate about it, and that's the one thing that you love. And I used to do open deck shipments when I first got into the industry, and so I was trained in open deck shipments. And then when I went to drive in and flatbed, it wasn't normal for me, but it was normal for me to do open deck. So right now you're doing open deck, quite a bit of open deck stuff at SSP. You guys got great, more asset focus, I assume, than brokerage. What do you like so much about open deck, and have you tried different lanes? I kind of want to get your advice on if somebody was new coming to the industry, what advice would you give them on doing open deck freight?
Well, first of all, search your client and see what the necessities are, because there is weight regulation, especially going to USA, right? So you need to know your measure as well, and what exactly you are shipping, because that could save us a lot of problems in the border. So explore as much options you can. So when you request a rate, give us as much information you have from your client that could help smooth the process better. We try to give you a rate within like less than an hour, but if we have proper measurings and informations, where it's going, what's going to be, there is a dock, there is not, we need all kind of situations that could help smooth the process, right? So I recommend that you explore more your auctions with your clients and what the necessities are before we quote, because that could create a 2-3 hours day, 2-3 days, availability, because it's open deck is like a special equipment, right? So you need to request, because we have clients that need this. The vessel had to go. Yeah, we have recently done some amazing jobs, with this open deck, and especially the high that it could go, right? So it's just a plan your auction. It could be done, because solutions is in our hands. It's just the way that we can get the information, and communication is more important, right? So just get all the info you got, and then we can do a program, quote your ways, for me, my recommendation is get all the information you can when you send the email for the request, and that is smooth process. Yeah.
Control the controllables, right? And go from there. I want to get to a question from the audience from Brittany. So she wants to know, what department or specific position was most rewarding to you along your journey?
I was, the developer. I was always doing inside and outside sales, right? But then the developing business is something that I get like a special attention for these clients that are more into the high level. That's how we call it, right? They need the special attention, and it's not always like tomorrow. That's a process, 1 to 3 months, developing this business and go after something that is, sublime. For me, for instance, I didn't like Isaisa so much because I didn't want to be in the office. I'm more a spoken person. I'm more a love there. Trust me, COVID didn't do good for me. But I explored a lot of options like this video calling and so on. Like anything that you mentioned out there is, I am being there. So, but yeah, it's the developing of business that needs your study. I spend nights searching this company, what the benefit is for me and for us and for the company, that how could we proceed. And it should not be desperate because it could take up to 3-4 months if that is established. And don't be sad if there is rejection, but the developer is something that I recommend. If you wanted to do that, if you don't want to be in the office giving rates, or you want to be just a normal salesperson going door to door, like I do sometimes, wouldn't kill. But I search my companies I have to go for, and I love it.
Yeah, you go after them, and that's the right thing, because for Brittany out there, as she's kind of mentioning that she's at a brokerage firm and she's busting her butt with little return. And the one thing I'll say, Brittany, and I would love to get all of us to kind of chime in on this, is that I've been in offices where somebody was busting their butt for, let's say, 90 days, and they called it quits. The next week, accounts landed, and imagine who that went to. That went to like the other sales reps who were still in the office. So, reach out. And that's why we have these shows, Brittany, so that you can like reach out to Maria, you can reach out to Elisa, you can reach out to Nicole Glenn to get guidance on there. We got another question from the audience. This is Daman at Centurion Trucking. Maria, you're very popular today. I'm loving this energy. So it says, what would you recommend for a new person starting in the industry to be successful? That's a great question, David.
I feel like a logistics environment to start, to know how the business goes, what the lanes reserves, what the weights, just to get an idea of how the logistics believe in. Don't get scared. This is the most, excited. And once you get the hands on it, it's perfect. It's not something that is difficult. Is you are university graduate or what, or you going to school, is exactly the same thing. The process, yeah, sometimes you can get busy, but it's just random, right? So it is, I feel like when you start to see our systems, the track and trace, to see what our laws are, what our things are day to day. I know it's kind of like, oh my God, trace, and it's not what I wanted, but that's how the logistics starts, right? And then you can start pricing, you can start working on lanes, dispatching, and all kind of stuff like that, right? But you have to start from something, and you need to understand your business. So that's something, but it's not scary, okay?
Yeah, yeah, a lot of work. It's a lot of work. It definitely is a lot of work. You mentioned, Maria, that you've been in the business for 22 years, right?
That's correct.
What is coming up for Maria? Where do you see yourself in 2, 5, 10 years?
Well, I'm actually I feel like I probably would have I going to stay in SSP. I have an amazing boss, and he gives me the light to do and explore what I want to do. And he's a super open-minded. And let's give it up for Sam, because I'm Suk. They are both in their younger years, but they have a lot of opportunities, and I couldn't say less than that, to be quite honest. And I see, beyond being there, because I could do so much more. Like I say, I want to do the international there, like we've done a bit, and I see myself in SSP, retiring. This is how I'm happy to say that SSP, it's a good family. We call ourselves family. So, and that's because Sam and Suk created all this for us. I have no word to explain that I am extremely happy, like every day, to work, and there is any situation family-wise and so on, you can talk and they will understand. And you don't get this from everybody, So for me, in 5 years, be under director of sales in SSP, or maybe conquer the world with SSP and so on. But to be honest, I've been given the light to do as much as I could, and I am happy because I am not tied to in a seat. You should do this or no. I'm free to explore, and that's exactly what I like because I like that.
Yeah, no, that's very good. So let me ask you this question. It might be a tough one. What do you want to learn that you haven't learned yet?
uh, it is a tough one, but yeah, I really want to learn, how to deal with like CEOs accounts, like huge ones, something that reflect me. I know I'm not there yet, and I say this, I probably screw it up. But yeah, I probably, who knows, I could do my own business, like run my own show, because as I do for somebody else, I can do it for myself, and I'm open. I don't lie about that, and yes, it could be a possibility, to grow more into that, to open my own thing.
Yeah, there you go. I got another question from Daman from Centurion Trucking. He says some new reps, especially if English is not their first language, have a fear of getting on the phone with the new prospects. Any tips for reps getting over their fears on the phone?
Where there is always an email, right? So you can do both combination, but don't be fear to speak. Just do it slow, and they will understand. I know that breaking the ice is kind of tough, but you cannot fear. You have to be positive and move forward, because I've been there. Look at me. I don't speak as perfect English, but I'm fine with that because I'm not gonna lose my tongue, my Spanish and so on. And I try my best. If they don't understand, I don't get offended because I don't speak English as a first language. So they should not be ashamed, and there's always somebody to help. Reach out to your colleagues and so on, and trust me, it's always somebody there to help you. So it shouldn't be, like I know it can, I've been there. I was shy once, but you survive. So that's my recommendation. Don't be shy. If you don't know how to speak so much more, do an email. That is Grammarly to correct your English, and then you can be, on a star sending your email, or you can just write your speech and then read it from that, and be a bit exclusive. Because I read her, but then you can do your own words. I'm sure that once the flow is going, you are a star.
That is amazing. The one thing I've learned from that, what you said, Maria, that I love is that, just practice. Keep practicing and understand that, hey, everybody's watching right now and they're seeing Maria being so bubbly and so friendly and everything like that, but it wasn't always this way, right? So you got to work up these levels and don't look at someone's level 10 when you're at a level 1, not to compare, but don't compare it at all. Right. So I think that is amazing. I can't believe 22 years in the industry. And I really do hope, like I've met Sam personally. He's a great guy. And I know the things that you guys are doing at SSP is amazing. Networking time. How can people get a hold of you? You got anything planned for the year? You are amazing. So I would love to see more people reach out to you and see some more content from you of you like doing videos and stuff like that. No more. I know you post those nice motivational pictures, but you're too amazing of a person not to be in front of a camera.
There you go.
But thank you guys. SSP, you can just reach me, Maria Borrell at sspgroup.com. It is in my LinkedIn profile, or you can just, send me a message and I will be there. You can also check us on www.sspgroup.com and talk to me. I want to move your freight.
Yeah, I'm gonna go look for some freight and figure out how we can work together. So, I want to thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to spend it with us. It's a pleasure.
A
Like you said, your
pleasure.
50th birthday is coming up. We gotta hang out. We
My
gotta hang. We
God.
gotta. Yeah, we gotta hang out. We're not too far from each other. So, thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Wishing you the best. You're amazing. Want to thank the audience. Thank you guys for coming out today for our 2-episode day today. If you did find value in that, which I know you did, like, comment, subscribe, share this with a friend, share this with anybody, share this with your network so that we can get boosted up and get it up a little bit. I want to thank our corporate sponsor, Daman at Centurion Trucking. He's got an amazing team over there, and they're looking for sales agents across North America, paying up to 60% GP. So if you want a company that pays, this basically believes in people over profits, hit up Daman. And the one thing that I'm learning here, Jeff, is that everyone's so happy where they are right now. Like, this was a great information to hear from Maria this afternoon, how great SSP is. And then Lisa talking about American Group this morning as well. So kudos to all the companies that are doing it right and taking care of their employees. So shout out to that. Cowboy, that's it for me, my man. Take us home, brother.
Yeah, thank you so much, Maria, for joining us this afternoon and taking the time out of your day. It was very informative. I can tell you right now that when you get on the phone with somebody and you chat with them, I bet you they don't want to get off the phone because you're so bubbly. Your energy level is just out of this world that they would probably want to talk to you for hours on end. So you're probably doing some really, really good business. I would bet.
I just went to Windsor and sorry to cut. Come back and I'm already at some feedback. Just knock doors in Windsor and I have clients already calling me. So that's a good thing. Hi, I'm Maria from Toronto.
Nerf is going to be mad because you're in his turf. Well, you're in Nerf's turf. Nerf is in Windsor.
No, I have some clients that we visit and then you say, hey, I'm in Oka, so I've never been in Windsor, so might as well, right? And we also are hiring, any good people that want to join us. So we are looking for logistics, Spanish people to join our crew. We are growing a lot. So if you want to, please give us a call. And it would be awesome to introduce you to the team, Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you again, Maria, for joining us this afternoon. We had a spectacular day here on Sales Chatter Live. We had two great guests. Tomorrow we have the powerhouse women, both from Canada and the USA, being Shelley Walker, the president of the Women in Logistics or Women in Trucking Federation. And we have Ellen Voy, the president of Women in Trucking here in the States. I don't know how we did it, Ryan, but we did it, and it's going to be a banger of a show. So tune in tomorrow, folks, at 11 a.m. here live on Sales Chatter at 11 a.m. Everyone,
I will be there.
Yep. Everyone have a great day. The Bodacious Cowboy is out. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good day.